Hello, welcome to Monday. It is a Monday, and it feels like a Monday. More so than my Mondays usually feel like Mondays. Usually Mondays are pretty quiet and relaxing, and I generally don't mind Mondays. Today, really wishing it was still the weekend. It's been a bit of a challenge. But it's okay. I'm refilming this introductory bit because I was not doing too well about an hour-ish ago when I first tried to say hello to you all. So this is take two. I've got a coffee, which I'm putting on my coaster. Actually, I'm going to swap coasters. I've got my candle going. My revitalizing rose and pomegranate. I'm not sure how revitalized I'm feeling at the moment. But that is okay. It does smell good. So it's one of the new TJ Maxx ones. So I've got that burning. I've got a decaf coffee, and I've got a brownie because I think I've earned one at this point. I've had physical therapy today, and I talked to Tamsin. I FaceTimed with Tamsin for a little bit, which was really nice. Let me try to prop this up just a tiny bit. I've got my other tripod, which is not as good. It's smaller, but it's not as good. Don't know what this student is doing. Oh, okay. Talk to the vlog and then deal with students. I'm going to put my laptop down. I cannot. I'm so distracted today, and things keep popping up to distract me even further, and I just, My students are driving me crazy, but it's my own fault. I posted the wrong information last week. Several of them, the majority of them, it seems, figured that out. I did get a few emails over the weekend clarifying my error and just making sure that they knew it, they were correct that it was an error. But then I've had a few students today emailing thinking that the error was correct, which they should know that it was wrong, because the announcement, the incorrect announcement said that their drafts were due Wednesday night for peer review in class on Thursday. We don't have class on Thursday. These students have class on Tuesday. Therefore, I would assume, if I was the student, and many of my students did assume correctly, that I had posted that for the Thursday class and that I actually meant Monday night for Tuesday peer review. So most of them figured it out, but some of them didn't, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I know that they are all overworked and taking probably too many classes and working jobs outside of school, so I get it. So I'm not upset with them as much as I'm upset with myself, because I feel like I've just confused them further, which I hate doing, and that's just then creating more work for me because I keep having to do damage control. It's such a frustrating situation. Definitely making changes to next semester's syllabus to hopefully avoid this happening again. The problem was we deviated from the syllabus because I was trying to make things easier for them and easier for me by just giving them more time to work on their report by not having them do a weekly reading response. But I still needed them to do something for tonight for their hybrid attendance records. So we discussed it in class last week, and every class voted to approve bumping the report deadline rough draft. It's just the first rough draft. It's not the final. Bumping that up to the night before instead of the day of class. But some students, I think, weren't fully paying attention. Others weren't there that day, and so then my announcement was wrong. Anyway, we won't dwell on it. It's frustrating, but we will all survive. It is well into the afternoon. It's 3:30. I had been grading for a few hours after physical therapy and after talking with Tamsin. I did some work this morning, and then I just took a break to start cooking my first roast. Fingers crossed it turned out. I did have to FaceTime my mom in the middle of preparing it, just to make sure I was doing it right, because I didn't want to screw it up. It's a $16 cut of meat. I did not want to screw it up. It's now bubbling away in the oven. It smells good. I'm using cider instead of wine. My mom sometimes uses wine, but I got some hard cider. I used one of the bottles, most of one of the bottles that I got at World Market that you saw in yesterday's vlog. So it already smells really good. I've got that and some ketchup and some Worcestershire. I can never pronounce that right. Worcestershire, I feel... Worcestershire? That was probably still wrong, but that sauce. And then salt and pepper and some spices and a bay leaf. So it smells like it's supposed to. So I'm hoping it just cooks properly. So in about an hour and a half, well, in about an hour, I'll stop to start chopping up all of the carrots and potatoes. And then in about an hour and a half, I'll add the carrots to the pot, and I'm going to do the potatoes separately so that they come out a little bit crispy. I think that will be really good. Usually my mom does the potatoes in the pot, but my pot isn't as big as hers, my Dutch oven. So I think she's got a 7 or 8 quart, maybe it's even a 9 quart, and mine is a 5 quart. So mine's almost half the size, I feel, of hers. So I'm going to do the potatoes separately, and I think that will still turn out very yummy. So I'm going to grade, well, not grading, I'm not grading, I'm reviewing drafts. I'm going to keep reviewing drafts for another hour and a half-ish, and then I will stop and do the veggies. And then once those go in, I will probably keep grading. I'm probably going to work until about 6 tonight. My lesson plan for tomorrow is done because it's what I did on Thursday. So I don't have to worry about that. But I've got the Thursday drafts I'm still finishing looking at. And then I've got the Tuesday drafts that students are already turning in. So I've got plenty of drafts to look at for the next few hours. So that is your update. I'm going to drink my coffee and eat my brownie and look at drafts, and I will update you all in a little bit. I just feel like I'm all over the place. It's a fun Monday. Monday fun day. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go, but we're gonna stay positive and ignore the anxiety. That's a whole other story. We're not gonna go into that because I don't want to cry again. So yeah, I'll update you all in a little bit. And hopefully I get to enjoy a delicious dinner in about 2.5 hours time. Fingers crossed. Okay, moment of truth. I think I did it. Now it's time to take it out of the Dutch oven and carve it up, but it smells amazing, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's my roast. Got lots of carrots. Carrots are all done. I've tested one of the larger ones. They taste good and cooked. And then I've got the potatoes here that I cooked separately because I like having lots of potatoes and lots of carrots, and I don't think all of those potatoes would have fit in the pot with the carrots and the meat. So now I'm going to try to take this out and not make too big of a mess so that I can carve this up and eat. It came apart into a few different pieces. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see how this tastes. And the juice in there. Oh, it looks so good.